since Mr. Tiwari came here, he taught us so many things, so many skills. We have some policies in place and processes in place which we did not use. We passed on our own ideas from person to person, and we never actually followed some of those procedures and policies, but they're also outdated. So I was pleased to have some of those new policies in place, taking help from the bank and NASLS. But this is mentoring services done as magic. We have already created policies in place and procedures in place. The important part is that are we going to implement them? Are we going to use them for our society? That's the first part. Second part is I also see commitment. Mr. Tiwari was really committed. He would work here from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock every day. There are times when we are not receptive to him, but he continued to try his best. And every time he creates a policy, at the end of completion, he always calls for a training so that we can go. Sometimes it's one-on-one basis or with a team. So I believe that each one of us here have gained a lot of skills and have learned a lot of things from Mr. Tiwari. And thank you very much to NASLS for making available these businesses. I said in the beginning during one of our meetings before he came in here that there were so many ways where banks brought it upon us and NASLS tried to train us and to improve, especially savings and loans. I'm talking about savings and loans, not microfinance. But every time they tried, it didn't work. And someone came with the idea that if we try to put a business mentor on site, probably it can help. And I've seen that change in what we are doing because of mentoring and on site. He was always there every day to assist us, and that was very good. Third thing is that Tiwari realized that there was ways of communication, but we were very ignorant. He came down to our level to tell us communication is a very important tool in our business work. And reports, we were always late in our reports. Yes. Put into mind that reporting is very important because we are providing data that's very important to some other stakeholders. That's was also important in our country. So now we have created the reporting procedures, and he has appointed each and every one of us to do our own reporting. We should stick to that. We should keep up to the reporting deadline. Secondly, is the communication. Some of things are very simple words. We see them as not important, but it came here. So now we are communicating. Everyone has an email. We are sending emails every day. It's very, very important. So we should continue when he leaves. One thing about Mr. Tiwari, he came down well to our level. He even lives in a settlement where I don't think anybody else can do that. And he came down to our level. He stayed with us. He ate with us. I really appreciate his relationship with all the workers and everybody around us, even the community as well. Above all, I want to just leave this again with us. Dora, he has already congratulated you as our launch. Good work. At the first place, when someone said this won't work, and I told her that, don't listen to people. What is created is there. You try it first, and if it doesn't work, then you say it doesn't work. And at least you've tried and you put it into practice and you've seen how that impacts you, and that's good. So what about the other procedures and policies that you've created? We should encourage to read more. There's so many documents that we created. It's good for society. We should go read them, understand them, and implement them. That's all I can say. Now, I give it to Sandra. From my own section, you can say whatever you want. What you have learned, and now we have helped you. But really, yes, last week, Mr. Tiwari taught me a lot of things in management, how to look at things, how to get to the board level, how to discuss things, and created a SMT, group of management team that we can get together and I hope to continue this.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tiwari. All your advice are regarded as very valuable, professional, and all the input you made to the training, to each section, I really appreciate. On the whole, had impact on the whole operations of the society. In the MIS section, I am thankful that what you have trained me and Leah, we are able to keep proper reports and file reports, and reports are done clearly, and you have clearly instructed us to be able to communicate these reports to the correct people and also to staff members here. On my own, for skill improvement, working with MIS, I myself, I really appreciate, because this software that we have, it has caused me to do a lot of sorting out in Excel, and I have learned a lot about Excel and Microsoft Excel, training myself through the help menu in the computer to do the sorting out for information and sorting out data. And I really appreciate that, because to me, that's skills I have earned or gained. But on the whole, Tiwari, thank you very much for your help, for showing help in your help to set an email, though it's not working well yet, but I believe that when we get a new computer, we will be able to communicate well in the email. Thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Jeffrey. I'm with Market Research and Product Development. It was a new division for New Island Savings at the time. And I was actually lucky in the sense that when I actually joined MicroSave, the Microfinance Expansion Project with Salia and the team, I was lucky to have hands-on training and experience with them, and then continued to this business mentor program for the Bank of PNG. So from the past, from my observation with the previous project and the way the implementation of what they were doing, there's an improvement. Not in the sense that there's an improvement in the type of material and the mechanism that they have in place with the business mentor, which is the best, I think, choice that they have done. You can go to lots of trainings, but then become theory and there is lack of implementation. But when you come to with a business mentor with training and actual experience, on-ground experience, which you learn, it's retained better, and you learn more and you can implement better. And some of the things that I have learned and the upskilling that I have was just products and the costing, how it affects, how a product can affect internal revenue of a society, the operational revenue, how from a product everything is derived from the product, then investments, operations, all accounts, how they affect, and which areas of operations, how they contribute to the profitability of the society, and how to use data from management information system. A system is not just a system. Data is there until you can actually use it. And the way you use data, there's lots of ways to use data. So that was very good. I don't think if I just went for a training, I would have learned that unless a business mentor was here to see how data, you get data, use Excel or use Access, all these programs, and how to align the data and how to use it strategically. Financial projections can be used for that data, the strategies of a business. Then reporting and how that timeline can be used, scheduled reporting, and how you can use that to we work in time, and all our loans that we do are done in time, and how that time has to be used, and how to ascertain a good loan within that period. And I guess, judging from the previous one, that wasn't a good model, but I won't comment much on that. So operational lending best practices, I've noticed that there are huge improvements in which we can use. Market linkages and institutional capacity, how these products and what we've learned can only be really seen if the institutional capacity within the institution is able to grasp those skills. So other things with proposal writing and better report writing strategies, business strategies. I was able to learn how to create better documents at the counter, do up manuals, process maps, flow charts, and how an organization should flow from each department. I was able to link that with financial projections and then forecast that over 5-10 years. So a product to me now becomes a lifeline, and if you know how to use a product properly, how to link it properly to every department, you know what you're talking about. So basically, I've been able to understand how these products work. The business mentor has really helped me to understand. I think from that, this is one of the best business mentors I've worked with. And his name's Joy.
Earlier I did not recommend anything, but now I want to say that business mentoring services is very, very good as far as New Orleans Savings is concerned. Our Mr. Tiwari was able to organize and plan the task he does, and the implementation and the deadline. It was done well, and it is a very good decision to provide these business mentoring services to organizations like our society and non-profit making organizations which deal directly with low-income earners. And maybe it costs a lot of money to provide this type of service, but according to the Orleans Savings, it's worth it. Mr. Tiwari was very committed and he placed all his efforts into helping New Orleans Savings. So my recommendation is if this can be further maybe extended to government departments and other places where there is some need, I would really appreciate that. Secondly, I believe that as sponsors of this type of services, they should at least come once, maybe in 6 months, to see what's happening on the ground. That's all my recommendation. But as far as I'm concerned and SITE is concerned, my observation, it was one of the best services we received so far. Thank you very much, Mr. Tiwari.